Hello all, it's your girl Tiffany, Madam Luscious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces, High Priestess, aka Diamond. I am here tonight for another one of my missing mysteries. Tonight's missing mystery is going to be, she has a very long name, so I'm just going to say her first and last name is Aranza Lopez. And this is Aranza Lopez here. Can you all see that? This is Aranza Lopez. She went missing in 2008. So I'm going to be covering her disappearance today. I do hope everybody is doing well and feeling well on tonight. As you can see, I already pulled some cards for her. I didn't pull tarot tonight. I pulled some messages from the archangels. I pulled some fairy messages, and I pulled some earthcraft messages as well. So I also did a spirit reading for Aranza Lopez. And without any further ado, I'm just going to get right into this reading. Okay? Aranza Marie Lopez, her place of birth was Centralia, Washington. Her date of birth is April the 17th, 2014. Her hair is blonde and light brown. Her eyes are blue. Her height at the time was around 3'4" to 3'6". Her weight approximately was 40 to 42 pounds. She is female. She is mixed race of white and Hispanic. Her nationality is American. Her languages is English and beginner Spanish. As far as scars and marks on her, she had no scars or marks or anything like that on her, but her ears were pierced, okay? So, in reference to the remarks, Aranza was last seen wearing a long sleeve dark blue shirt with a bulldog on the front of it. She had on blue, purple, and white striped pants, Paw Patrol shoes. Her appearance may have been altered through her hair dye or even makeup that may have been put on her since she's been missing. So those are the remarks that were made in reference to Aranza. Okay, further details on this situation. The FBI Seattle Field Office is assisting the Vancouver Police Department in Washington with their search for Aranza Lopez, okay? Okay, so the situation at hand pertaining to this story is on October 25th, 2018, Aranza Lopez was allegedly removed from a mall in Vancouver, Washington by her biological mother, who was there to see her for a visitation. She was taken into, the mother, okay, was later taken into custody in September of 2019 in Mexico, okay? So she fled with her daughter to Mexico, or Mexico, however you like to say it. And it is believed that Aranza may still be in Mexico somewhere. So basically, when they apprehended the biological mother in Mexico, they did not find the daughter. Okay? And so they are believing for this baby to still be in Mexico with somebody or something like that. But I've done a spirit reading for her. Yeah, it's a deep topic, but I'm going to get into it and I'm just going to tell you how it is. Okay, so I just want to show you all something really quick pertaining to this situation. Okay, now This is a Colombian article. It says mother who kidnapped her child fled to Mexico receives 20-month sentence. So when they apprehended the mother, she ended up receiving a 20-month, I suppose it, prison sentence. Okay, for the kidnapping of her own daughter, Aranza Lopez, who was 4 years old when she was kidnapped. Okay, now this young girl is still missing. This is the mother here. Okay. This is the mother. I want you all to pay close attention to how she looks. So you see how she's like there. Her physical body is there, but mentally she is not there. This lady is spaced out. She's zoned out. She's there, but she's not there. She's clearly under mind control. Okay, so I wanted to show you all what she looks like, and I'm going to read a portion of this article to you all. A mother who abducted her then 4-year-old daughter during a supervised visit at Vancouver Mall more than, it's been several years ago now. She took her to Mexico, and she was sentenced. Like I said, she was apprehended in September of 2019. Her name is Esmeralda Lopez, or something like that. Through a Spanish interpreter, entered guilty pleas to second-degree kidnapping and robbery and first-degree custodial interference. Okay, now Esmeralda Lopez, she was 23 years old at the time, said she was not proud of her actions. And she said that she felt bad about it. She said that she was sorry. However, the Clark County Superior Court Judge Daniel Stackin something, honey, said he was not convinced by her apology. He said he believes that Lopez knew what she was doing when she took her daughter to another country, and that he would have imposed a harsher sentence if he wasn't restrained by the law. And he basically told her, you should have not taken her in the first place. And that was basically what he had to say to her. He really, there was really nothing nice that he had to say to her. I'm really kind of intrigued and interested as to why her parental rights was taken in the first place. She is the biological mother, but I mean, which I have the answers for that in the spirit reading that I done. But first looking at this, I'm like, why in the heck didn't she have custody of her own kid anyway? So I knew some other things was going on and happening from there. However, the attorney said during the hearing that Lopez was offered a stipulated agreement because she's helping law enforcement search for her daughter, whose whereabouts in Mexico are unknown. Defense attorney Darquise Clouty something, honey. What these people have some weird names. So excuse me if I totally butchered that. Said that her client believes the child is safe with family. I beg to differ on that, but I'm going to go into that in just a minute. The punishment, however, that Esmeralda Lopez received was sustainably reduced based on her cooperation, which may be ongoing. Deputy Prosecutor Jessica Smith said Lopez originally faced charges of first-degree kidnapping, first-degree robbery, second-degree theft, motor vehicle theft, second-degree identity theft, and first-degree custodial interference. She will receive upwards of 14 months credit for time served and will be on supervised release for 18 months once she is released. Her daughter, Aranza Lopez, had been in the state's custody when she was abducted. Oh, okay, so she was in state's custody. Okay, I was assuming that she was with the father. Okay, so this article also says that she was placed in Aranza was placed in foster care in 2017 following founded complaints of physical abuse by Lopez. The girl was reportedly covered in large bruises, and Lopez was deemed a danger based on the history of abuse, her lack of participation in a mental health assessment, and her erratic behavior. She was granted twice weekly supervised visitations according to search warrant affidavits. Lopez kidnapped her daughter October 25, 2018, after asking permission to take the child to the restroom at the mall during Child Protective Services supervised visits. The search warrant affidavit says she fled with the girl to a stolen vehicle where somebody that was accompanying her waited. This person was waiting on her to come out or whatever. I suppose she had already had in her mind, had this plan that she was going to, take off with her. Okay, so Lopez was on the run from then to Mexico, and while she was in Mexico for about a year. It was really about 11 months. Um, but whatever, because the little girl went missing in October 25th of 2018, and she was apprehended in September of 2019, so that was only about 11 months. Okay. Before being arrested and extradited according to the prosecution. Okay. So that's basically what the article says pertaining to this story. Like I told you all, I did do a spirit reading for her. And it is quite interesting, okay? It is very interesting indeed. So we are going to get right into the story. There's From reading that article, actually, because I actually found this story on the FBI's website of missing persons. I assumed her to have been with the father. I don't know if they were in some type of if there was going to be some type of court case or something like that, to decide who was going to take custody of the child or whatever, because I wasn't aware until I just read that article to you all that she was actually in state's custody. Okay, give me just a minute, guys, so I like this really quick. Okay, guys, I had to ask my spirit guys a few more questions pertaining to the new information. And okay, I'm ready. So I started off by asking my spirit guides. I have to start off with very general questions when I do these readings, when there's not much evidence, pertaining to what could have happened, what led up to, this, that, and the other. There was, quite a bit of information as far as, who took her, where she was taken to, and things like that or whatever. But there was no evidence as far as, anything specific that would lead you to believe that, that the person, something that had been met with, some type of demise of some kind. Okay, so I started off asking my spirit guides if Aranza was alive or is alive, and my spirit guides tell me no. Aranza Lopez is no longer with us. She is deceased. Okay, I asked my spirit guides, did Aranza's mother harm her in any way? My spirit guides tell me yes. And she has harmed her on more than one occasion. She actually was harming her before this situation happened, which is what led her to be in state's custody anyway. But my spirit guides are specifically speaking as to after she was taken, her mother harmed her. Okay, so I asked my spirit guides, is Aranza being hid out by someone in Mexico? My spirit guides tell me no. Of course, we know that. I just clarified my first answer that I got, that she is not alive anymore. I asked my spirit guides, did Aranza's mother kill her daughter? My spirit guides told me yes. I asked my spirit guides, how did Aranda, or excuse me, how did Aranza's mother kill her? How did Esmeralda kill her daughter, Aranza? My spirit guides told me that the little girl was poisoned and she was suffocated. Okay, I asked my spirit guides, did Aranza's mother bury her, or like how did she dispose of her body? My spirit guides told me that Aranza has been buried. She buries her body somewhere in Mexico. Okay. My spirit guides also let me know that the mother killed her daughter because she didn't want the baby's father to have her. Specifically, it was actually more than one reason that came into play in this entire situation. But ultimately, my spirit guides are telling me that because of the situation that had took place and had been going on, you all know, just like I read from the article, that Aranza was in state's custody. Okay, so she was getting, the mother and the father were both getting visitation with the young girl, but I think there were court proceedings that was going on as to who was going to get custody of Aranza. Okay, and so when Miss Lopez decided that she was going to take Aranza, she did so because she did not want her daughter to end up with the father, which is what my spirit guides are telling me. Um, my spirit guides also let me know that Aranza was killed and buried in specifically Mexico City. Okay. Um, my spirit guides also let me know that Aranza is buried in is specifically in Mexico City, but I believe this is the town called Mount Arjusco in Mexico City. That is where Aranza has been buried somewhere. I do know that she's in the earth. She's in the ground. She was actually buried. Um, and also there is just land. There's no body of water around her or near the area where she's at. Okay, so I asked my spirit guides, hold on just a minute guys. I asked my spirit guides, does anyone else know, does anyone else in Mexico know that, Miss Lopez harmed her daughter in any kind of way, killed her daughter, hurt her daughter, anything like that? My spirit guides are telling me that no one else was aware that she harmed the little girl while she was in Mexico, okay? Again, my spirit guides say that the mother killed her daughter. Well, the mother killed her daughter alone, so I'm not sure if I've already said that or not. She did kill her daughter by herself. She didn't have any assistance or help in doing so, and there's nobody else either in Mexico or, well, we're just gonna say in Mexico, that knows that she killed her daughter there, okay, or where she buried her. She did this on her own. My spirit guides also let me know that Aranza is in the earth, just like I just told you all. She has actually been, what I mean by in the earth, she has been buried in the ground. So she's in soil, she's in dirt, she's beneath the ground, she has been buried. Okay, and I specifically asked that because people dispose of bodies in many different ways. A lot of people throw bodies in rivers and dispose of them in different kinds of ways. So I specifically wanted to know how this baby was ultimately disposed of. So my spirit guides tell me that she is in the earth. She has been buried. Um, um, my spirit guides also let me know that Aranza is buried in an area where there is no body of water close by. So the closest that I can figure out is that this was done. She was killed and she was buried in Mexico City. And she is actually buried in a place called Mount Arjusco. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. It's Mount Mount Arjusco, Arjusco, Mount Arjusco, okay, Mexico City. Um, okay, so I asked my spirit guys, if our Aranza Lopez's mother was under mind control at the time. When I showed you all that picture, do you see how she kind of had this duper delights kind of smile on her face? The eyes were spaced out. It's like her physical appearance, her physical body was there, but she was not. You understand me? That is a clear sign that a person is under mind control. A lot of times you'll see your lone wolf shooters, the ones that they don't show up and kill right away. Um, the ones that they apprehend and they take into custody or whatever, by the time, whatever court proceedings or hearings or whatever come along, you'll see these people and they look like they're drugged up, they're doped up, they look spaced out, their eyes are really kind of wild, they're not looking directly at anybody in the eyes, they're just like literally, zoned out. You know what I mean? So my spirit guides are telling me that Aranza Lopez, or excuse me, not Aranza, the mother, Esmeralda, I believe is how you pronounce her first name, Lopez, is under mind control. She was under mind control when this took place. She is currently yet and still under mind control. Okay? So my spirit guides also let me know that the mother was a target of the United States government. Of course, then I had to do some digging to figure out why she was a target, why she was placed. Anytime you're dealing with mind control, this is something that is done. It's a war tactic of the United States government. There's other governments, other countries, and other things that probably use these same tactics on their citizens, but because there are targeted individuals like all over the world, okay? But she was placed under mind control, and by saying that she was placed under mind control, this means specifically that she had to have been targeted by the government on some level, who set this up, who funded this psychological operation for her to be placed under mind control, which is obviously the reasoning that she was acting erratic, that her behavior seemed off, that she was even abusive at times to her daughter. She was being controlled. She was under mind control. My spirit guides are specifically telling me. Now, also, my spirit guides say that the father set the mother up to be targeted. So the father of Aranza Lopez is actually, well, amongst the individuals in government, in power, who are behind this, who are aware of this or whatever, but the father of Aranza is connected to that, and was a willing participant in having Esmeralda Lopez targeted, okay? And this was done in an effort to, obviously they were no longer dating, they were no longer together or whatever. The father as well as the government, they set this up, you know what I'm saying, to make her look crazy, to make her look like a bad mother, to look bad, in an effort to take her daughter away, plain and simple, guys. That's the reason it was done. That's the reason she was placed under mind control, because I believe, I'm gonna tell you some other things about the father, but I believe that the father as well as the government both wanted to get their hands on Aranza and have Esmeralda Lopez out of the way, okay? So she was placed under mind control. She was a targeted individual, okay? My spirit guides also let me know that the mother only killed her daughter to keep her away from her father, okay? And I know it's awful to kill anybody, but you all have to understand, a person who is a target, a person who is under mind control, a lot of their actions are not being done, so like on their own. They are triggered to say, to do a lot of things, to act certain ways, and different things or whatever. So my spirit guides specifically keep telling me that the mother killed the daughter to keep her away from the father. She did not want this girl to be with her father at all. The Most High is telling me that the mother felt that the father was very dangerous. I believe that Esmeralda Lopez know who had her targeted, who had the things that she was dealing with, the things that she was going through. She know who is responsible and who was behind those things. So she felt like the father was dangerous. She felt like that the child, they were trying to take the child away from her, and who he had connections with, and with people in power. She did not want her child to be with any of them. So she took matters into her own hands, and she killed this baby. Um, my spirit guides tell me that the father also, he works for the government, okay, which is why he has ties, why he has that pull with individuals high in power, with individuals in governments, because he works for government. This is also why he is heavily involved in getting Esmeralda Lopez targeted, having her put under mind control, and purposely setting it up to make her look crazy, to make her look bad, in order to take the daughter away. The father is a sellout to these powers that be. He works for the government, and he literally set up his baby mother to be targeted and to be put under mind control. Okay. My spirit guides also let me know that the father was planning to set up the mother to be sacrificed and killed, was the original plan. So when she became a target and she was put under mind control, there was efforts made, either for her to, and this happens with a lot of targets, they either trigger you to commit suicide, and he could have got what he wanted that way by, obviously being able to gain custody of the child. If they cannot do that, they will just set it up to where you are sacrificed. So he was going to sacrifice the mother. I believe Esmeralda Lopez knew this, which is why that day she snapped. She grabbed her baby, she ran off, and she decided to take matters into her own hands and take this baby's life out, because she rather her be dead than to be with her daughter's father, whom she knew was dangerous and had connections with people in power, with people in government. Okay. So like I said, the father was actually planning to set up the mother to be sacrificed and killed. However, the mother was triggered through her mind control to kill her daughter. This is what I was explaining to you. This is the reason why my spirit guides kept telling me she did this. She killed her daughter to keep her daughter away from the father. And I was told that it was like a total of 3 different times. This is why I keep repeating it to you all, because it was continuously repeated to me like that. And I know somebody's going to say that is no excuse for taking another human life. I totally agree. But you have to know how mind control works, okay? You have to know, if you don't know what it's like to be under mind control, if you don't know what it's like to be a targeted, you can't say how you or someone else could or would react to certain situations that they have been put in, because worse things, she probably knew that worse things would have happened to her daughter. You understand? So, like I said, it's very unfortunate, but she took matters into her own hands to take her daughter's life out, because at all costs, she did not want her daughter to end up with the father. And like I said, her being under mind control and her being a target, she was also triggered to abuse the baby as well. And which is, but y'all need to understand that it was set up, okay? So this was a very light child. She probably spanked this child, okay? And it left a mark on her because her skin is so light. When you are a target, you are being watched. You are being invaded and violated at all times. I guarantee you, from the moment that she spanked that child, they knew of it. The people in power, the people that were targeting her, knew of it. And some type of bogus excuse or claim or something was made where they were able to come in, and just so happened when they showed up after it happened, the girl still had some kind of, bruise or something on her from getting a spanking or something, and they took the child. And that's when Esmeralda Lopez knew then she had to do something drastic to get her child back, because at that point, once the child was into state's custody, they were going to be going to court. Now she's got to battle this baby father of hers who is targeting her, who has partook in having her put under mind control. He's got connections with people in government, in power. He's working for the government and things. And she knew all odds would be against her, but she did not want Aranza to end up with her father, okay? So I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you all the facts. That's what it is, okay? Like I said, she was triggered through her mind control to kill her daughter, okay? My spirit guides also tell me that the father who worked for the government, he, at this point, like I said, originally, he wanted to have her targeted, have her put under mind control, and either trigger her to kill herself or have her set up and sacrificed and killed, and then he could get the daughter. Well, he then decided to just do a double sacrifice. Now, somebody is saying, what is a double sacrifice? I've told you all in other videos that sacrifice comes in many different ways, shape, forms, and fashions. Not everybody who is sacrificed ends up dead, okay? You can sacrifice a person, you can sacrifice a person's life, okay? A person's life can be sacrificed. And, excuse me, this is what he done to Esmeralda Lopez. He did a double sacrifice. And the double sacrifice went like this. Esmeralda was put under mind control, and she was a target, okay? She was then triggered to kill her, or she was triggered to kidnap her child, take her to another country, and kill her. At this point, they could apprehend her and charge her with a number of things. So you have then sacrificed her life. Why this is so crazy is everything that took place, you set it up. You made it happen. It's order out of chaos. You understand me? And the order comes from the chaos. The very chaos that somebody else created. You understand me? So somebody else creates this chaos and say that this problem stemmed from this chaos because of you, when in fact they are the ones who created this situation. They are the ones who created this chaos. Okay? So her life was sacrificed by her being apprehended, her being charged with a crime. This woman is still under mind control in everything. Now, the second part of the sacrifice was the death of the child, Aranza Lopez. Okay? Aranza Lopez, so both lives were sacrificed. Both lives were sacrificed. One was a blood sacrifice, and the other was a life sacrifice. Okay? So this is how he was able to pull off a double sacrifice. I almost guarantee you he was seeking, and within his government job, he was seeking some type of higher position, title, or role, more money, to get a large amount of a compensation for all of this to go down, okay? And he made a double sacrifice, a sacrifice of someone's life and a blood sacrifice of another person's life, which happened to be his child. Okay, so my spirit guides tell me that the mother, the mother was in fact abusing her daughter prior to her, the situation coming along, and she ran off with her from a visitation and ended up going to Mexico and killing her. But my spirit guides are telling me that this abuse of this child was because of the fact that she was under mind control. Okay, and she was being triggered to do so, and she was being triggered to do so solely to make her look bad, solely to make her seem as a bad mother. And once they were able to take the child out of her custody, then this left the door wide open for them to then take the child away from her, and the child go to the father and or the government, and then she would be left alone, and it would be, they could sacrifice her and kill her, which was the plan, which is what they wanted, but she was triggered to do what she did. Okay? So my spirit guides also tells me that Aranza's father was getting visitations as well as the mother while the child was in state's custody. And he was trying to get full custody of the child. So this is the reason why my spirit guides kept telling me over and over and over again, she didn't want her daughter to go to the father. She was adamant about her daughter not going to the father. She believed him. She knew of him to be dangerous. She did not want that child to go to the father. Thus, she ended up killing this baby. Last but not least, guys, sorry about that. I had to get something to drink. And last but not least, my spirit guides tell me that the government played a part and was involved in the setup, this entire setup, to take Aranza, okay? So that concludes the spirit reading that I have for baby girl Aranza Lopez. I send her much love, peace, love, and light to her. May her soul rest in peace. I believe she is with the angels, and she is protected right now. Okay, so I had some extra spirit guide messages that came up. I have satanic sellouts. So from the father who works for the government, doing some type of job for the government, to individuals in power, they were sellouts to these powers that be, okay? On here you see sacrifice, occult, secret societies. There were individuals involved in this situation who were sellouts to these powers that be. Next, I have MK Ultra mind control. I already pointed out to you all that Aranza Lopez was under mind control, okay? She was under mind control, clearly. I can see this. And she was being controlled, okay? More than her mind was being controlled. Next, I have lightning strike, okay? This says attack, storm, sudden changes, just a sudden attack. This happened suddenly. This was done suddenly. I don't think that I can't say for sure that she premeditated this, that she thought about this and planned it all out beforehand. It was sudden. My spirit guides are saying, like she was headed to the visitation. 1 minute she was at the visitation, the next minute, and then I'm going to take her. It was sudden. And also even the attack on the child, it was very sudden. Like the baby didn't see it coming. Like, what kid would think that their mother would poison them and then suffocate them? So, yeah. So then the last spirit guide message that I have is, it says, stop, no new friends, okay? This talks about people around her who she could not trust. She may have thought she could have trusted these people, frenemy type of people, haters, people that had no love for her, backstabbers, people that did not care about her, yet people that had obsessions either with her or her child. So, and clearly her baby father was not to be trusted at all as well. So I have, I pulled some cards here to go along with this spirit reading for Aranza Lopez. I'm going to start off with the Archangel messages here. I have 8 of Gabriel, okay? This talks about a great deal of activity sudden and immediate results, important communication. And this could just be the fact that, I related this information to you all because this little girl has yet to be found, which I don't understand how law enforcement did not find that suspicious. Okay, if you clearly know that she was the one that took her daughter and she took her to Mexico, you should have known that something was going on when you apprehended her in Mexico and did not have the child, yet you only gave her 20 months for a child that she took, and then you gave her an even less sentence under the pretenses that she's helping you find her? Really? Stop playing. Next, I have the Knight of Michael. But at the same time, you know what? I say that, but I don't appreciate. I don't like, it's not right what has been done to her either. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a crazy situation, but she was victimized as well because that woman is under mind control. Okay, and this was done to her, um, being administered on her by the government. Okay, she's a target of our government, and she was being controlled, she was being manipulated, she was being triggered to do things, and they know it. And they set it up to make her look like, she was just this awful person. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, so next I have the Knight of Michael, okay? This talks about strong, committed, intellectual, diligent, time to move quickly, choose logic over emotion, sudden changes. Okay, so again, this could be pertaining to the information that I just gave you pertaining to this case. Perhaps they're going to go and search and try to find this baby and bring this matter to some type of conclusion. Um, Next, I pulled some fairy messages as well pertaining to this situation. This talks about precious time. Um, and it's really a card with the energy, and it's telling you to basically appreciate the little precious time that you have because, and you can see how she's looking. She has this look on her face, okay? This is basically somebody who is just like, has gotten away with something, and the fairies are telling you, appreciate the precious little time that you have, and I believe this came out because somebody or individuals are going to be held responsible for this situation that took place, for the murder of this child. Okay, and so this card tells you the fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious little time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. Okay? So the next fairy message I have is healing. There needs to be healing in this situation. There's people who probably, I'm pretty sure, that cared a lot about Aranza Lopez. There's many different people who were hurt in this situation, even the mother, Esmeralda Lopez, because like I said, she was dealt an injustice as well. Nobody has the right to control your mind, your body, or your soul. Nobody has the right to play God and take it upon themselves to use illegal technology, militarized war weapons to invade and violate your mind. Okay, and or place you under mind control or target you. You understand me? And this alters your behavior, this alters your state of mind, this alters your well-being, and then you're purposely made to look like you're the problem, you have the issue. There is some type of mental instability or imbalance within you when they cause the very chaos that is happening around you and the very imbalance that is within you. So, this card says, now is a time for you to give and receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others, okay? Even you. So there needs to be healing in this situation, okay? Pertaining to this baby. Okay, next, I pulled some Earthcraft cards. The first Earthcraft card I have is number 33. 33 goes into a 6. Okay, and it's called Spirit of the West. And these are like, this is like beautiful illustrations. Like, look at that, y'all. Even the back of the cards, they're like so beautiful. Like, really nice. I just got this deck, but this is like really nice. I like it. So number 33 is Spirit of the West, okay? Now the Spirit of the West is connected to the element of water and initiates you to the energy of sensitivity, nurturing, feeling, rest, and self-care. It comes to you during times of stress, overwhelm, burnt out, and a deep need to repair and rejuvenate. And I literally feel that, this is pertaining to Esmeralda, pertaining to the mother, and what she could be experiencing and what she could be thinking pertaining to this situation. However, there needs to be healing. There needs to be closure. Answers need to be, questions need to be answered pertaining to this situation. There's a lot of hours and time that has been put into investigating this case. Those of them, and it's usually individuals, sometimes anyway, those of them who are not in the know or are aware of the things that took place, surrounding a situation or before a situation happened, that ends up getting stuck with a case that they just cannot solve. So there's a lot of man hours that get put into a situation, and even they become overwhelmed with trying to figure this out. You understand me? So the next Earth craft card I have is number 9. Again, with number 9, and you can look at it as 9, or 9 can be flipped to a 6. Okay, it's called Fern. Now, ferns begin to sprout during the early days of spring, breaking through damp, packed winter soil. At first, they are curled inward and compact until they free themselves from the constrictions around them. Okay? So again, I feel like this is pertaining to the energy, to the feelings, to the happenings surrounding the mother, as well as others involved. Um, I feel like, of course, with her, because you can look at that image that I showed you of her in the beginning. This lady is completely spaced out. She's still under mind control. Okay, so they're still controlling her. She is still a target. So I know she wants to break free from these constrictions, and I'm pretty sure that it is eating her up inside every day to know, what is going on, and what has happened with her daughter, and she has to keep this in. She's been keeping this in all this time, and it's really crazy because she's supposed to be helping the authorities and this, that, and the other, but is she really? Nevertheless, I have 15. Again, 1 and 5 goes into a 6. Okay, guys. So first was 33. The second card was 9, which can be flipped to a 6. And then I have 15, which is another 6. Okay, 666. Mark of the beast. Satanic powers that be. All over this situation. Y'all better wake up and pay attention. Okay. This card is karmic debt. Okay. So this card talks about, do you believe in second chances? Well, the universe does. Not just in second chances, but third, fourth, and as many chances are needed for you to feel loved and fulfilled. The trick is that second chances are not always what you expect. More often, a second chance comes in the form of finding yourself in a repeating pattern and realizing you have the opportunity to make a better choice this time around. So I hope and I pray that Esmeralda Lopez take heed to that. Okay? This is a part of your karmic debt. This could be your second chance to make things right, to clear the air and let it be known what exactly happened, not only to your daughter, but to yourself as well. Because I even feel that you were dealt an injustice. Nobody has the right to do what I know they did to you, which led to this unfortunate situation. Nevertheless, guys, that concludes the reading for Aranza Maria Lopez. She actually has a fourth, or she actually has two middle names, but honey, that other middle name, I don't know. I'm not even going to try to even figure that out. But it's Aranza Maria Lopez. So I'm sending her and her family peace, love, and light. I hope that this information is helpful to someone who needed closure, who needed answers. Okay? And you all call on your spirit, guys. Call on your ancestors. Call on the Most High for any further guidance that you all need. But I believe if those in power's due diligence is done, that it's possible that this baby could be found so she could be laid to rest properly. Perhaps they can get Miss Lopez to open up about exactly where she is, because these burdens won't come off of her. She won't begin to feel this relief or release until she tells someone what really happened and what really went on. I thank you all for listening. I thank you for watching. I thank each and every one of you for taking the time to visit my channel. If you have any suggestions on murder mysteries or missing mysteries that you would like for me to look into, I will be more than happy to. You can contact me in the comment section, or you can email me at tiffanyziegler60@gmail.com. If any of you would like to donate to the channel, you can also do so through Cash App at $TiffDiamond36. As I always tell you all, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies. Y'all watch your surroundings, watch the company you keep, and y'all just take care of yourself, okay? It's a dangerous, wicked world that we live in. Evil is lurking all over the place, okay? Evil is lurking all over the place, and they don't care about us. You can believe that. So, with that being said, I wish you all as well peace, love, and light. Until the next time, namaste.